Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Oh, I just ran over a carcass. Turn that air conditioner down just a hair because I know it's loud. It is hot as heck today. It is 10:30. It's already 84 degrees outside, which doesn't seem like it's too hot, but it is in the car. It's supposed to be a nice, super warm, toasty weekend, which I plan on staying in the air condition the entire weekend. Do you hear what I'm saying? The entire weekend. I need to do things outside, but I'm not going to. I have been battling whatever's going on this is my 5th week, maybe going into my 6th. I'm really not sure the date that it started, but it's been about a month and a half. Sorry. And to be honest, I'm really tired. Like I was supposed to work tomorrow, but I have somebody taking my shift tomorrow because your girl needs to rest. Seems like every day that I've had off, I've had stuff to do, and I just don't want to. I'm running out this morning to go to, you're going to laugh at me, but I'm going down to the BP gas station. The gas station that I usually go to is called the Get and Go. And yes, y'all, I am from North Carolina. I am from the South. We have names like the Get and Go. So I'm not going to the Get and Go because their drink machine is broken, even though they still have the signs on the window saying, hey, come on in. We have these big drinks for 89 cents. I am going to the other gas station, and I can't remember the nickname for it. But I think we're gonna see. We're almost to it because we have two gas stations in the town that I live in. We officially have one stoplight. That stoplight I remember when it was installed in the 80s. I remember the time before we had the stoplight. Yes, Lord, yes, because the town I grew up in is so small that at one point, the only little shopping center that there was, this is way before the Get and Go, way before this gas station. I'm sorry, I didn't turn my signal on, dude. I apologize. You probably think I'm a total jerk, and that was a jerk move. Anyway, when I was growing up, the strip mall that we had was literally the grocery store, the post office, and on the other end, let's see, the grocery store, the post office, the grocery store had the gas station. Beside it was a video store. And then there was another little building to the side that was the pharmacist. Which I miss that we don't have that pharmacist anymore. Because actually my dad was a good friend of his. And I'll never forget, every time my brother and I would get a sniffle, my dad would get the absolute worst cough medicine in the world for us to take. It was awful. I forget now what it was called. But oh Jesus, we dreaded it. So like we tried not to cough, sneeze, sniffle, anything around my dad, because he'd be like, oh, go get that stuff. It was horrible. So anyway, my ice that my freezer makes is gross, and I think it's because apparently my dad said I have to clean the filter out in the fridge, which I'm 43 years old, and I've lived in mostly rentals my whole life and never knew I had to clean the filter out in the fridge. So that might be something me and my son do this weekend. That'll be probably not as interesting as I want it to be, but it makes the ice smell weird, and which in turn is gross. So I come down to the gas station to get my Yeti full of ice and sometimes drink, sometimes not. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for. I'm going to try to just drink nothing but water this weekend because I feel so crappy. But anyway, so that's what I'm planning on doing this morning. And planning on resting this weekend. So that's literally my plans. Gonna try to stay keto this weekend. I will tell y'all that I made dinner last night. And it was something that I threw together. But it ended up being so freaking delicious, y'all. I'm not even kidding. And I wish that I had took pictures of it or a video, but I did not because I didn't think about it till after I was done. But I had a 2.5 pound pack of chicken tenderloins left, or in the freezer, not left. It was brand new. I just put them in the freezer because I'm always afraid that I'll forget to cook things before it goes out of date. So I freeze everything. So I thawed those out. And I have this pot, or it's a pan pot. I don't know. My grandmother gave it to me and I love it. It's small and it's got a lid. It's got little rubber handles that you put on, or silicone handles, but I always take those off because you can put them in the oven or whatever, but I don't know. They're removable when I wash it, and I just always forget to put them back on. But anyhow, so I took those chicken breasts, put some olive oil in the pan, just a little bit, and I kind of seared them on each side and cooked them for just a little bit, because I'm always afraid of raw chicken. But I can cook. So anyway, I kind of seared them all up in that pan, and it was packed, like completely packed across the bottom. Got them all seared up, and then I took and I sliced yellow squash and zucchini, and I did one really big zucchini and 2 yellow squash and just covered the whole top. I mean, it was literally almost to the top of that pan. And then I took some spaghetti sauce that was the lowest in carb that I had, and I just poured the whole thing over the top, and then I slathered it in grated cheese and Parmesan, and I baked it for about 45 minutes. And let me tell y'all, when I tell you this, and then I baked it for 45 minutes with the lid on so that it would get good and cooked, and then I took the lid off and broiled it because I like my cheese crispy, or not crispy, but really brown and just yummy. So I broiled it, and it was fabulous. Like, I got my serving, I got my son serving, I ate mine, and then I came back and I was like, dude, he was like, Mom, that was awesome. I'm like, right? So anyway, I think that's going to be a new favorite of ours. I mean, and it was pretty much just like having zoodles, but instead of zoodles, we just did sliced squash, but it was fantastic. So I am planning on doing that again very soon. Low carb, healthy, delicious. I mean, my son is 15, and if y'all have teenagers, you know that they never stop eating. And literally there was no leftovers. 2.5 pounds of chicken, y'all. I had 1 serving. I might have had 3 tenderloins in chicken tenderloins or chicken tenders in my bowl. And I had lots of squash because I made sure I dug out lots of squash. But yeah, no leftovers, y'all. My son's been eating this way since he was probably 10 or 11. And yeah, he eats them out of house and home. So when I say I wish I had leftovers to have lunch today, I really do wish that I had leftovers to have for lunch today. What I normally have to do, since he is a teenager, if I want leftovers, if I want lunch the next day, is I have to cook. And immediately when it comes out of the oven or whatever, however I finish, I have to go ahead and put it in a container. And put it in the fridge. And then I get my serving, and then I say, okay, son, dinner's ready. I mean, that's how I have to do dinner nowadays. Because my kid, he just eats. And I mean, you know, he's not like he's this huge guy. He's just a teenager, and he eats. Boy's always growing, but I mean, he's 15, 6'2", size 13 shoes right now. Who knows how tall and big he's going to be. So, we're just going to let him do his thing. Because he's a growing boy. Yes, he is. Anyway, I've got you guys at a new angle today, and I don't know how it's turning out. It's kind of bothering me because my steering wheel is like in between us. You can't see it, but Can you see it now? I don't think so. Yeah. See my rhinestone covered steering wheel cover? That's because your girl likes sparkles. I'm all about the sparkles. I'm all about the polka dots. That's who I am. Anyhow, hope you guys have liked this video. I know it was kind of boring. I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. Just wanted to kind of touch base since I'm headed into town. My friend laughs at me because she's from New York, but she lives in Florida, and she laughs at me when I say, you know, I don't really feel like going into town. She's like, every time you say that, I imagine that you're hitching up a wagon. So now that's when I talk to her, that's what I say. I'm like, well, I was like, I'm going to get off here because I need to hitch the wagon so I can go into town. And literally, if she saw my little town, she would probably realize that that's exactly what I mean. But like, if we want to get fast food, or if we want to go get actual groceries, we have to drive about 20, 25 minutes because I live out in the country and I absolutely love it. I know my son, and I love him with all my heart, and I've tried to raise him in kind of my image, but I know that when he gets his own place, he'll be in the city. That boy's going to be close to fast food. He's going to be close to the world. He is not going to be in the country. But I will probably die where I'm at because I love where I'm at. I just love it. I love it. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Do all the good things. Do something nice for somebody. There's people at the gas station watching me because I'm talking to myself. Hopefully they think I'm on my phone. I really don't care. Do something nice for somebody today. That'd be the best. Be good. Be nice. If you like this video, please click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hang out with me, okay? You guys have an awesome day. Excellent day. Like and subscribe. Be the best you. Do the best thing. Be somebody's flashlight today. And I'll check you next time. See ya.